Hurricane Ida currently a Category 1 as it continues to track inland through areas that have already had recent flooding. Closer to home, this week's weather is largely dry, plenty of sunshine with temperatures around about average. Well, we are just heading into the peak of the hurricane season. It peaks on the 1st of September. We're around about where we should be through the alphabet, but in a world of climate change where our atmosphere is warmer air holds more moisture. So this storm is more ferocious and will have deposited more rain than it would have done without this warming. But it developed very quickly. It accelerated. We were expecting a Category 3 hurricane landfall. It became a Category 4 as it made landfall. It was just shy of landfall in Louisiana. It is still a Category 1 hurricane. It is well inland now. It then has its sights set on Mississippi, heading through Tennessee, where we saw record rainfall just a few weeks ago. So the areas it's hitting have had catastrophic flooding already, and it's dark there now. When they wake up, it will look like a very different city for many people.
Laura, thank you. We'll talk to you about our own weather here in the UK very shortly.
That was the forecast on Friday for what is Bank Holiday Monday for much of the UK, but instead low cloud and drizzle has rolled in. So perhaps not the best prospects if you have plans first thing this morning. But there is the promise skies will brighten and it will turn drier as we head through the day. One thing I want to just come back to, we obviously were reporting earlier about Hurricane Ida in America. It's tracking its way right across the whole of the United States through this week. People always ask if there are big hurricanes here, are they set to track across the Atlantic? Are they heading to the UK shores? Well, it looks like the whole of Ida will track northwards towards Greenland and Iceland away from the UK. So it's nothing that is heading our way at the moment. But of course, I'll keep you updated as we head through the week. Instead, our weather is settled. It is fine and dry largely thanks to high pressure sitting anchored across the UK. It acts like a force field. It deflects those weather fronts and keeps that very wet and windy weather at bay. So if this is the last week of your summer holidays, and it is for much of England and Wales, well, there's lots of dry, usable weather around. But at the moment for today, it is cloudy, grey, damp and drizzly, particularly through eastern areas. And overnight, we saw all that low cloud and grey, misty conditions all descend, particularly for central and eastern areas of England and Scotland. The cloud is thick and low. That is why it's so drizzly, but it will lift and break as we head through the day. Eastern coast, still this nagging, annoying wind coming in from the sea. So temperatures here maybe only 16 to 18 degrees. Further west with some sunshine, 21 or 22. But today, the wettest day of the week. The rest of it is looking fine and dry, Pip.
Laura, thank you. I must just tell you, there's a big...
Good morning to you. We are at Ivanhoe Beacon this morning. You can barely see. It's a pretty dark one. Really noticing how much darker it is in the last few weeks with the night starting to draw in that much more. But it's a damp, drizzly start to the day. And in fact, today, Bank Holiday Monday in typical style, probably the wettest day of the week. But actually, the week ahead doesn't look too bad. We still have high pressure close by. It still keeps main weather fronts and big spells of wet and windy weather well at bay. And we have lots of dry weather in the forecast. Temperatures still no great shakes as the wind's coming from the northeast, so no heat wave in the forecast. But if it's the last week of your summer holidays, there is plenty of fine weather to be enjoyed for some outdoor activities. First thing this morning, though, cloud. A lot of it has moved in and lowered, so a bit of a grey, grim start this morning. Cloud thick enough to produce outbreaks of rain and drizzle, pretty much central and eastern areas for the morning. But as the cloud starts to lift, as the daylight comes and we see those temperatures climbing, actually things will brighten nicely. Best for any sunshine will be western areas today, Northern Ireland, Western Scotland, western areas of England and Wales. Eastern areas still have that onshore flow, and temperatures here as a result pegged down 16 to 18 degrees. So let's take a look at our 7-day outlook. If you have some plans for the rest of the week for Scotland, Northern Ireland and northern areas of England, temperature-wise, we start just a little above average and they go to a little below where they should be for the time of year by the end of the week. And looking at our percentage chance of rainfall, it remains relatively low. There's a chance of some drizzle today. Like I said, today's probably the wettest day of the week, and then the outlook is looking largely dry. Fortunes further south for England and Wales for the next 7 days away from the north of England. Well, again, temperature-wise, there's no great shakes. There's no heat wave in the forecast, but they certainly could be much worse. Temperatures sitting around about average for the time of year. And again, percentage chance of rainfall, perhaps a little higher today. The risk of some rain and drizzle, like I said, in the east. But after that, the outlook onwards is largely dry, some decent spells of sunshine. And that stays that way for all week long. Yes, grey, damp and drizzly. It was literally pointless me doing my hair this morning, which was lovely and curly earlier. It's a bit of a grey, miserable start to the day today and a grey, miserable start to the week. But the fortunes will brighten as we head through the day and actually as we head through the rest of this week as well. Because for many, it is the last week of the school summer holidays, particularly for England and Wales, and high pressure sits anchored across the UK. And for that, it means it keeps weather fronts at bay, the really wet and windy conditions. But we are chasing areas of cloud around all week long, and that makes a massive difference to our temperatures as we head through the coming days. So first thing this morning, when we have got these cloudy skies, particularly for central and eastern areas of the UK, it's a mild start to the day, a little chilly further west with those clear skies. Yes, it's grey, damp and drizzly in the east this morning, but that will slowly start to lift as the rain starts to ease and then clear. The immediate east coast will stay pretty grey and temperatures held back between 16 and 18, but for western areas with some sunshine, 21 or 22, and the rest of the week largely dry with sunny spells. Here are set to get better and better through the day today, and as we head through the week, high pressure dominates. It keeps things largely dry, and for what is the last week of the summer holidays for many, there's lots of dry, usable weather around, apart from this morning through eastern areas of England. Today it's cloudy, dull, damp and drizzly, particularly through eastern areas of the UK. Western areas that bit drier and brighter, and a big difference in temperatures. 16 to 18 in the east, 20 or 21 degrees further west. The outlook largely fine and dry, no heat wave, temperatures around average. As well, my hair is now up in a ponytail because it was a mess. But weather-wise, if you have plans today, it's one of a brightening story, as it will be through much of this week. High pressure dominates. It keeps it largely dry. Today it starts off overcast and grey and cloudy, particularly for central and eastern areas of the UK. That's thick enough to give the drizzly outbreaks. That will lift and break through the day, but still the onshore flow. The winds through eastern areas coming from the sea, and that keeps it cloudy and cooler. So 16 to 18 degrees at best here, but brighter skies in the west. 21 or 22 degrees, and the rest of the week is drier and brighter.